Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of today's episode of Roll20 Presents the Pathfinder Playtest. Let's playtest some Pathfinder. You are in a dungeon. There is darkness. Exits are out. So you are going to to head into this new layer of the Mudchewer Goblin tribe in search of the Star of Desna, and then maybe also to kill a hobgoblin who might also be a vampire. The room that you find yourselves in, you've been led here by Talga, and Talga leads you to an entrance chamber to the underground layer. She's led you through the sewers under Magnamar to this place, this ancient ruin. And so the damp sewer passages have led you to a slimy cistern that stinks of decay. On the northern edge of the circular chamber lies a pile of burnt bones in front of a scorched tunnel. So there's a tunnel up here, and then there's this cistern that you've entered into.
There's a pile of bones like around here.
Yeah, like up near the entrance. But as you approach, as you walk into the room, what's that, Dave?
They turn into a skeleton.
They do not turn into a skeleton. No, Xanaphia. As you walk into the room.
Yeah.
We see a tight shot kind of low of your feet on the floor, and the audio mix, the Foley of your feet walking on the floor is like turned way up. So we hear this kind of like thum thum thum, and then the cistern, the lid in the center bursts open, and a spray of gelatinous green ooze bursts up and out of it, and then begins to attack you. This terrible slime that bursts forth attacks you. So let's roll initiative. There's a slime monster, and it's going to try to kill you. So, I know, look at it. Time to die.
How exciting.
Aw, it's so cute though.
So cute though.
So
That's exactly what my character says. Well, aren't you just a cute little thing?
It's got such a squishy little face.
yeah. Now it's gonna spray acid
Wait,
all
that's
over you.
perception.
So let's talk. So in the Pathfinder playtest, we do initiative. There's a roll for it. Because it's an ambush on this thing's part, it rolls its stealth for initiative, and then you all roll your perception for your initiative.
I managed to roll a 4. I didn't even notice there was a door there,
Oh, you
like a
sure
little trap
did.
door at all.
Yeah, you just blunder right into it. You rolled a 3. Oof. All right. So I'll get everybody added to the initiative order here.
Yeah, it does do the thing where if you click your token before you roll, it will add it to the turn order.
Cool. Okay. I'll add them manually for now, but yeah, that's good to know. Thanks, Dave. Okay, so Burner's on there, Juma, Tulip, and our monk, Xanaphia. Okay, so Xanaphia got a 4. Tulip, you got a 22? Yeah, you did. Juma got a 17. And I will roll for the ooze, which gets a +6 for stealth.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Stealth +6. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh boy. All right, I got 25.
Oh.
So the sewer ooze bursts up out of the thing, and in I believe in all directions. Let me check. It's going to use its action. So on your turn, you have 3 actions, and you can spend those 3 actions to do a bunch of different stuff. There are some things that are free that you don't have to spend actions for. You can spend your actions for the same thing multiple times, but if they're attacks, they get less effective each time. You get a reduced returns on them. This thing doesn't have that much that it can do. It has an ability that it can use once per minute called Filth Wave. And it is going to spray a wave of filth and slime that'll hit everybody within a 20-foot radius. So this thing, when it bursts up out of the hole, just keeps coming, just spraying slime everywhere, dripping off the ceiling. It's a mess, and you all get sprayed with it. So creatures in the area need to make a DC 15 reflex save. So So make a reflex save. And we'll
Oh,
see.
nailed it.
You're really starting off great here, Elf.
I rolled a 3 and a 2. It's real good. It's
Because I was
real
gonna say,
solid.
isn't reflex like your best?
It is like my best one by
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so the reflex save. Let me just take a look at. Oof. Okay. So only Bernard is ready for the spray of sludge that pours up out of this sewer hole. And everybody that failed is going to take some acid damage. Okay, so you take three acid damage. Now you can mark your hit point changes right on your token. If you click your token, the red bubble is your hit points. So click on your token and then click on the number. So for like Juma, for you, it's the 20 there, and you can actually just do the math in there, or you can just type the new number. I usually do the like -3 because my ability to do math is basically nil. Okay, so everybody that gets sprayed, you can feel the caustic sludge like spraying all over you and getting in your armor and like burning your skin. Anybody who failed to save is also affected by hampered. You are hampered 10 feet for 1 minute. So I'll make that note.
Yeah, and hampered, and then the number is just directly how much slower you are.
It reduces, yeah,
It
exactly.
reduces your speed. So you got 10 feet less in your speed.
All right, so hampered by slime, 10 feet, and that is going to last for a minute, I believe. Yeah, for a minute. It lasts as long as it takes for him to charge up his sludge attack again.
Do you want to use this as an opportunity to showcase the buff system so we can automatically reduce people's speed by creating a temporary buff to toggle on and off?
Yeah, let's do it. How does that work, Dave?
All right. In the top right, there is a little plus underneath the buffs. It should be directly above where it says perception from your initiative.
Oh yeah.
You open that up, just call it, what was it? Toxic sewer.
It's called a filth wave,
Yeah, call it filth wave.
which as chat pointed out does sound like a genre of music. I'm pretty sure there's multiple filth wave channels on YouTube.
Yeah, I'd rather be listening to 24/7 filthwave lo-fi hip hop for studying / chilling / video games.
It's got a picture of a little like anime character on an infinite loop, but then they get sprayed with acidic slime. So yeah, under buffs you can put filth wave, and then
and then under the mods, it should be -10 circumstance to what's the speed stat? It doesn't auto-calculate speed. We can't make a buff for it.
so once
no.
it can auto calculate, that would be how you do it.
Yeah, 2, and then whatever the speed stat is, probably just called speed.
Cool. Okay. So the thing bursts forth, gushes goop everywhere, and then that's the end. It's not going to try to move. Tulip, you are covered in slime. You are hampered.
no.
You are hampered by the slime. But it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Tulip is disgusted
Yes.
and shakes out some of the ooze off of her and out of her beard and her hair.
Mhm.
And she decides she's going to try to serenade the ooze, or at least try to distract the ooze.
Right.
So hopefully our monk can kick it in the face.
That's
So
the
she
plan.
sings a little jig.
Okay.
Oh God, what's her jig gonna be? Little ooze, go back to sleep, or our monk will do a leg sweep. And she
Thank you. I'm so immersed.
whacks it with days. I think I set that up correctly.
Yeah, let's
but
check it out. Okay. Nice. Look at you. All right. So, you were attempting to daze the ooze. Daze the ooze. So, I need to make a DC 11 save. What kind of save is it? I assume it's a will save.
Yes, but they don't have will in there, so it's set up.
Sure.
I clicked the button on it, but it doesn't display it, which is not very useful.
Yeah, that's okay. I figured that's how
It's
it goes. All right.
so I clicked wisdom based DC 11. So
Okay, wisdom
'cause they don't
11. Wisdom 11. So this thing has a +1 to its will. So let's see if you daze the slime. Slime for days. All right, so it is dazed. Nice
it's a
work.
beautiful song.
Yeah. So you daze the slime. Let's find a good. There you go. The slime is dazed. And that means that it is flat-footed. So flat-footed, what does that mean? It changes its armor class?
Yep, -2.
Okay. All right, great.
to
It's-
AC.
Its armor class drops to an exciting 3. It has a 3 armor class.
How many did it fail?
I stand by my actions.
It didn't fail by 10 or more, so it wasn't a crit.
It's 10, is
Yeah,
it?
I would have to have gotten a 1. Even then, yeah. Okay, great. So it stays, and now even with the terrible rolls that Elf has been making, chances are pretty good that you'll be able to hit it this time. So I'll drop its AC down to 3. And how long does the days last? 1 round. Okay, so it'll last until the next time it's your turn. Okay, all right, Tulip. Do you wanna move? Do you wanna do anything else? That costs you 1 action.
That was 2.
That one was 2?
material level.
Okay, so you have
Yeah.
1 action left. What would you like to do with it?
For my last action, I would like to. Actually, I don't remember how many actions that is. Wait, does it tell you when you click on this?
I see duration, target, and range. So
Okay. You know what? Never mind. For my second action, I guess I'm gonna move,
okay,
and I think I'm gonna move up
so you
here.
can, you can only move 10 feet because you're all like sticking to the floor. and,
Right,
like,
right.
ugh,
I think
covered
that
in
was-
ooze.
Yeah, you can move diagonally though, right? Yeah.
You can move diagonally, but it costs extra.
Okay, so there we go.
Dave, I saw you checking. Do I have? Yeah, I do have the tracking figured out.
Yep. 6 square.
So
4.
5, and then you can actually get up to here if you want to go 10, because it's only the second diagonal square.
Ah, okay, sweet.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, so it'll calculate
move
it for you
back to help.
automatically. Okay, great.
Triangles.
All right. So Juma, you see the room suddenly filled with slime. You and your companions sprayed with ooze. You can take action. You have 3 actions. Let's talk about what you'd like to do, and then we can figure it out.
Yeah, so Juma is not a fan of slime, so he's a little angry that his clothing, his armor has acid on it, and he can feel the stickiness and just really doesn't like it. So he's gonna handle this with his scimitar.
Nice.
Though it does also occur to him that getting his scimitar similarly sticky will also be frustrating.
Yeah.
But alas, you only can cast so many spells in a day. So I think I'd start by moving forward, because you can move up to melee range, right?
Yep. And you have 25 feet of move to begin with, so you've got lots of room to get up to the slime creature.
Okay. So I can only move 15 though, right? Because I'm sticky.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So I think I'd move like here. How did you bring up the arrow that would?
Oh, if you tap Q, it'll bring it for you, and then you can measure.
Q?
Yeah, like on the keyboard. You may have to
ah.
have your shortcuts, or you can also click in the toolbar. You can click the little circle with a ruler in it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll move here. Do we have any? Are there any ranged attackers in the party?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll move here so that we still have decent line of sight for our ranged friends.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
And then I am going to slash said slime with my scimitar.
Nice. Okay. So you can move, and then you're gonna draw. I assume you've had your. I think it's fair to assume that you had your scimitar and your shield already, like ready to go.
I've just been looking that up, whether that takes an action or not.
Yes, but yeah, it is worth knowing.
I'll try to find out.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're gonna move up, and you're gonna take a swing.
Yep.
Okay, so you take the strike action.
Okay.
Go ahead and do that. The slime is dazed, so it's very easy for you to hit.
So I'm sorry, you said the strike action?
Yeah, so the strike action is just making an attack with your weapon. So you attack with the weapon you're
okay.
wielding
So attack with the
at
weapon.
anybody within range, and you roll the attack for the weapon and compare it to their armor class.
Cool.
Which is
so
3.
I'll do this.
Okay, nice. All right,
Ooh.
so you get you get a 20, which is definitely 10 more than 13, so it is a critical hit. So you deal 8 slashing damage, and you get to roll where it says roll critical damage. You can go ahead and click that. So you're gonna roll that die again.
I'm sorry, you said click that one again?
So in the chat, that the orange glowing roll critical damage. That's actually
Gotcha.
that's clickable. So you should be able to
Hooray.
click on that. Yeah, there you go. All right. So you deal 8 damage and another 5. What is it? So what does it look like when Juma attacks with his scimitar? What kind of like is this? Are you like running up and shouting? Is this like a controlled fighting style?
Yeah. So he's this is a still relatively focused. He's upset, but he's not losing it. So he comes up with the scimitar, and he is just a direct slash right through the into the sort of heart of the slime.
Yeah, the slightly more together part of the slime.
Yes. The part that's not spraying all over the
Yeah,
room.
right. The part that's not dripping off the ceiling. Okay, cool. Yeah, you carve deep into its gelatinous body, and deal it a serious wound. Now you still have one. You still have one more action. So you could strike it again. You could.
Raise that shield.
I was actually just thinking about raising the shield because I'd hate to get stickier.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you raise up your shield, which brings your armor class up to 16 for the next little bit. All right. Cool.
And it looks like on my sheet it still says 14. So is there something?
Yeah. So Dave, this
correct
is where
the
you could make a buff called shield raised, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's make one. Let's do that.
That's
So
+2 item to AC.
it depends on the.
Okay.
Because you got a light
Oh,
shield.
it's a light shield, right?
Yeah, so just a +1. So yeah, you can create that, and then you should be able to just toggle it on as a mod, and it should do it. As long
Yeah,
as
it's +1 item to AC and +1 item to TAC touch class.
Okay. +1 item to TAC. Is it case sensitive?
I don't know.
Okay.
Haven't tested it.
Oh, so here's the thing. While I was helping you do your thing, the critical hit actually doesn't apply the damage to the ooze because it has immunity to critical hits. I forgot that was a thing that you could have.
But it would,
Pathfinder has lots of that
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah, totally. Okay, cool.
what it would add, though, I'm noticing mousing over the damage. It's not currently adding any ability score.
That's
so
right.
it should add strength damage,
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
which is another fiddly drop down bit in
In the scimitar?
Mhm.
So in the scimitar, I did choose attack roll strength, and I'm
I
trained
think you need in damage as well.
in damage
Yeah, you might.
1d8 plus. I see.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is 3. Is that my mod?
Yeah.
Strength mod?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I got that. So instead of dealing 8 + 5, you deal 8 + 3. It's still a great hit. It's just not a critical hit. Okay.
And it's
It makes sense
worth
because it doesn't have like critical organs for you to chop up. It's like how a lot of things are immune to like backstabbing, right? Because of it doesn't. You're not.
This slime has no back.
Yeah. Right.
And
Okay.
it's
Cool.
worth pointing out now, since we did do a crit, if that +3 had been in there, all damage, including modifiers, is doubled in Pathfinder.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. It's not just
Yeah.
the dice.
So crits are really good.
Cool.
wow. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Dave. It is your turn. What is Bernard gonna do?
God, I really want to throw a bomb at it, but it has some slight splash damage. So,
Please don't.
yeah, I can't not have splash damage. That's a feat to have a controlled explosion.
Yeah.
So instead, I didn't have it out, so I'm going to use one action to move so I can see the slime.
Mm-hmm.
Step. because that's a different action because it's 5 feet. I use one action to interact to draw the weapon, and then I'll use one action to shoot with my crossbow.
Okay.
So I have a pure weapon.
damn.
Yeah, that's a hit. That's a
Again, it would be a crit if it wasn't a slime.
Do work.
Good rolling though.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't add any ability damage because ranged weapons.
Ranged weapons, yeah.
That's right. We talked about that before. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Unfortunately, a big old wasted crit, but there's still 5 damage.
Yeah. So you shoot into the slime and you puncture a hole and it like spurts out some goo and deflates a little bit. Xenafia?
So for my first action, I am going to.
Like he
I'm
said that like
going
you're a
to-
magician. For my first
For my
trick.
first action, I'm going. Zanafia drops into Dragon Stance, which is my monk feat that changes my unarmed attack, basically.
Okay.
And so she gets like down, like lower, sort of thing, like lower to the ground, like leans back a little bit. And then I'm going to use my second attack to flurry, which lets me attack twice instead of once.
Nice.
And my unarmed attack is now on the Dragon Tail strike, which is like a kick. It says powerful kicks.
Yeah,
So I'm just
thigh
gonna
elf.
use the Dragon Tail. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now
But-
so let's talk about this. So yeah, you rolled a 1, which is a critical fail.
I've rolled a 3, a 2, and a 1.
You
so
really
far.
have. It's
Your
been great.
rolls today.
We're doing really
God.
well. We're doing really well.
These are the
Okay.
pain.
So let's
So
talk about what
what's-
that means. So even though you hit its AC, a 1 is still like
It's still gonna
a 1
miss,
is still a
yeah.
miss, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing: I have another attack,
You do.
and also I have backswing on
That's
Dragon
right.
Tail attacks, which means I get a +1 to this attack hitting
Okay. Good luck.
because I missed with the first one.
There you go.
There we go.
That's a
Hey, we did it.
Yeah.
So for six damage.
Okay. All right. You spin kick the little slime buddy.
Yeah,
and
I just-
knock
I
a
just-
chunk of it off and it flies against the wall and
Kick it
splatters.
right in the slime face.
Okay, good. All right. It has it's only got the two tricks. It's got the filth wave, which it used and now has to weigh 10 rounds. And it also has a melee attack, has a pseudopod. So it will take the strike action, and I think it'll go after. I'm gonna go after Xenafia. So we'll do the strike action as a +7 to hit with its pseudopod. And Xenafia, what's your armor class?
It's enough to get crit, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Xenafia, what's your AC?
14.
14. Okay, yeah. So I got a 26.
Sweet.
So you're gonna take double damage.
Cool beans.
So it's 2d6 plus 2 bludgeoning.
Okay.
2d6 plus 4.
It would normally be +1. Yeah.
All
So
right.
and then also another 2d4 acid.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you take 7 bludgeoning.
I'm down.
And 6 acid damage. What did we say about falling down? Did you take? Are you exactly at 0 or are you at negative?
No, I'm past 0.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what that means. So you move your initiative to right before what happened, which you already were. So that's good. And now you take you have the dying condition, I think.
Oh,
So put a little skull on it.
Yes.
I can't change my health to 0. It's not letting me do it.
There you go.
There we go.
You got it. Okay. And the DC of your like saving yourself from dying things, it's based on the thing that knocked you out, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, it sets the DC. DC is equal to the DC of the spell or ability plus your current dying value. Doesn't have a DC, such as an attack roll. We use the attack as class DC. Is that on the sheet for the monster?
Let me take a look. Creature. I'm not sure what a class, like what defines the class DC. I don't see it written down on the stat block.
Oh, for monsters, the GM will use a high difficulty skill DC of the monster's level. See page 336.
Okay, great. Interesting. And I know, and this is something like specifically called, I know this is something they're in the midst of changing.
Yep.
So we're likely to see more. Okay, high of the monster's DC. Okay, so it's 14.
14 plus the number of the dying condition, so 15.
It'll be 15 on your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you get to dying 4, you die?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So that means that you're going to need some help from your friend, the paladin. So I took the strike action. He's got two more actions. I'll take strike again, and if I strike twice, it's the second one's -5 or -10. Do you remember?
-5.
It's -5. Okay, so I'm just +2.
Yeah, then -10.
And your armor class is 16 right now, Juma. Is that right? 14 for your armor and 2 more.
Yep.
2 more for your shield, or 1 more?
It's 1 more for the shield.
Okay,
So
so 15. Okay, so +2.
Or actually, it's is it +1 for the shield and then another one for the raise shield? Or does the shield only count when the shield is raised?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's that one. Okay, all right. So just barely, the thing lashes out. I think it's doing this at the same time, right? So it lashes out a tendril, strikes Xanathia in the chest, knocks her to the floor. Thankfully, sunrods don't extinguish when you drop them. Knocks her to the floor, and as it's doing that, another fist-sized pseudopod flies out and rings off of your shield like it's striking a gong. Tulip, you see Xanathia fall at your feet.
Okay. I know I'm a bard, but I have no way to heal her.
So one thing to keep in mind, Elf 2, like everybody has one hero point to begin with.
Sure.
Dave, for all your homework help, you can take an extra one.
Thanks.
So you can use those for things. Anyway, so Tulip, yes, you see her go down. I think you may be able to make like a skill check to save her, but also you know that Juma has lay on hands as an ability.
Okay, so let's okay. You know what? Instead of that, I'm gonna try to unencumber him from the ooze.
Okay, you want to run over and like clean the ooze off of him?
No, I'm gonna try to scare the ooze.
Okay, sure.
With my music.
Perfect.
So, and that way he can come and help her.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try to fear the ooze. It's fine. Okay. So I don't know if I can improv another song.
It's fine.
You've already set the precedent, Bronze.
Yeah.
Like I
What rhymes with ooze?
All right. So I'm gonna go. Yeah. So Tulip like gets out her crowd and starts twanging on it. And as she does, she starts stamping her foot. Yeah. She's going at it. She starts stamping her foot and like kind of creating a furore to try to like fear the ooze and hopefully maybe get it to flee in the opposite direction, or at the minimum buy Juma sometimes so he can help our poor monk.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, did I click the right one? Wait, yes.
Looks like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So it's like a save effect.
Okay. Now, is this effect considered a mental effect?
It's a will. Wait.
The type of ability, if it's considered mental.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It will have that tag.
I have it right here. Hold up.
I'm scrolling to help.
No.
So far.
There it is.
That feel when we're all pawing through rulebooks.
It is mental.
Okay. It has no effect on the slime.
What?
The slime cannot be frightened by your abilities, which I think maybe means the days wouldn't have worked either, but that's fine. It doesn't matter.
God damn it.
Yeah. So you're like, haha, you play a frightening song at it with your weird instrument, and it just burbles at you. Like it gives you this face.
Well, in that case,
When you
let's
walk
see.
into the dungeon and the ooze gives you that face.
I know, right?
So you still have two actions.
Listen, chat. This is Tulip's first adventure. She doesn't know. All right. So Tulip's only other weapon is a whip that she uses to keep the animals on the farm in check. So I'm going to move forward and whip the slime back, kind of like an Indiana Jones-esque fashion, and be like, get out of here, and like like try to whip
Okay.
it real good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you only have one action left. That was 2. Again, fair.
Here's another 2.
That was 2?
Yeah.
And I wasted one of my 3 spells today? No. Well, then I can't do that.
Adam, stop. Why?
All right.
In that case, I'm going to sit on the floor and pet poor Zanafia's head.
So if you wanted to, yeah, I mean, let's talk about the dying situation here with Zanafia. So, if you're dying, I just want to find what fixes being dead.
You need to have healer's tools.
Okay. So there needs to be like a toolkit to allow you to do it. Okay.
Coincidentally,
Yeah. Okay.
I have one of those toolkits. They're hella expensive, but I have one of those toolkits.
Good. All right. Yeah. Tulip. What do you want to do?
In that case, I think I'm just going to move forward and try to no, because that's going to get in his way.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. If you have
Okay. I'm just going to stay back here then
Okay. All right.
and be distraught that the song didn't work because the first one appeared to. My first adventure is not going well.
Yeah. So far, one of your friends has been knocked out by an ooze.
And I got oozed on.
Yes.
I just bought this shirt.
You look great in green.
I thought this was supposed to be heroic and shit. And instead, I'm getting oozed on.
There, get oozed on.
So the thing with chat is saying you would be able to strike because you have reach with your weapon.
Yes,
However,
I do.
you don't have it
But-
out. You'd need to do the interact action to draw it because you've got 2 hands using your instrument. You have to interact to get the one hand, and then you don't have.
In that case, can I get it ready for next round?
Totally.
Okay. I'm going to use my last action then to get my whip ready.
Okay, you interact.
battle.
You interact
Yes.
with your whip. Okay,
Yes.
great. Juma, you see an unconscious thigh elf laying on the ground, slowly dissolving.
Yeah, so I do want to use lay on hands, but unfortunately, my greenness on this sheet is going to show up again because I think I didn't create lay on hands correctly.
Oh, that's
So,
okay. Yeah, we can figure it out.
all right, so I'm guessing the first thing I need to do is move over to move over to the dying thigh elf.
So you can
No.
use one of your actions to make a step.
Okay, and that's not going to be an attack of opportunity, right? Because I'm
No,
not.
this
leaving.
this thing has no. I can tell you right now, no attacks of opportunity. It's just like,
You could step anyway, which would be fine.
where is
right.
everybody?
So I'm going to take a step over here.
Okay, all right. So lay on hands. Let's see how it works.
Is that a champion power?
I think my champion power is burning hand. Or wait a second.
You know, I'm just looking where.
Yeah. What is it? 107. Let's see. Champion powers. You gain the ability to lay on hands. You gain the ability to cast the lay on hands champion power by spending 1 skill point.
Yeah.
Or spell point. Forgive me.
1 spell point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says the spell level of each of your champion powers is equal to half your character level rounded up and produces heightened effects for those champion powers that have heightened entries. So lay on hands has... Come on, friend.
I got it here. It's so your hands become infused with positive energies. You lay them on the target, healing a living target or damaging an undead. You restore hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, and if the target is an ally, they gain 1 conditional bonus to AC for 1 round. So there you go.
Okay.
So it's roll a d4 and add your paladin spellcasting modifier is
Charisma, I think.
charisma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be.
Okay, and Juma's charisma is... Come on, sheet. I believe in you. 2.
Plus 2. Okay. All right. So d4 plus 2.
D4 plus 2. Wow.
Okay, good. You got that elf luck.
Great work. Great
Right.
work.
So Elf, you get 3 hit points and a
Okay.
conditional bonus of +1 to AC until the next
Cool.
next turn. So
Wait, don't I get the heightened bonus though? And the amount of healing increases by 2d4?
I'm not sure what gives you the heightened effect for that.
I think it said that the champion power, it said that it gets heightened. Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The spell level of each of your champion powers is equal to half your character level and produces heightened effects. See page 192 for those champion powers that have
Oh,
a
okay.
heightened effect.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So it does another 1d4.
Wait, is it not 2?
It's 2d4 total.
Okay.
Plus your spellcasting. So it's just roll one more 4-sided die.
Okay.
Is the 4, I believe.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I tried.
Yeah.
I really tried.
All right. So this lay on hands effect.
It's going so well for me so
will
far.
last-
This
So you
is-
moved. You used lay on hands, which I think is one.
How do I know if an action is one? or
Yes,
two?
that's a great question. So when it says in the actions little block, it'll have a number of little colored like diamonds.
Okay.
I believe every diamond is one. So
Yes.
lay on hands only has somatic casting, so it's faster than a spell that you have to like talk through and do stuff. So yeah, it's just one.
Okay.
So step for one, lay on hands for one. And that would mean you have to lower, I guess, your shield to be able to lay on hands because you need a free hand, right?
That makes sense. Yep. Okay. So would that be my third action then? Or does lowering the shield count as an action?
No, you
No.
have to do it every round to keep it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could either like make a strike or you could raise your shield again.
Can I like how much time has it been? How much time is each round?
6 seconds.
Okay, so I don't have to. Well, I wouldn't know that it sprays every minute.
Yeah. I mean, it's on.
so-
I put it on the timer so that you can use it as tactical information. You can.
Gotcha.
You know.
Okay, then in that case, I think I'll do another strike.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna swing a scimitar.
Okay.
I feel like I want to name my scimitar. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Oh, and he's not
Yeah.
dazed anymore.
I was gonna ask actually after you did your lay on hands. Did you pick a deity to get your powers?
I did.
Does it like flavor the spell casting? I'm a sucker for when people.
Sarenrae?
Serenray, yeah.
Ooh, Serenray. Yeah.
Sarenrae?
So yeah, we don't like we haven't necessarily. It doesn't mean that like we see a vision of your god or whatever. But yeah, how does that flavor your? What does your lay on hands look like? Is it like subtle, like you just touch the person and they recover, or is there glowing and lights?
Serenrae's areas of concern are healing, honesty, redemption, and the sun. So
Nice.
I would say that when Lay on Hands takes place, because actually the first spell that Serenrae has is actually Burning Hands.
Mm.
So so in this situation, Jumo's hands start to glow with a bright aura. And they pulse as if they could get really
nice.
hot.
Yeah.
But there's a certain element of focus that he directs to bring it down to this sort of soft.
Oh, I love that. Like the energy is innately dangerous and burning, but your control over it channels it into healing.
Yep.
That's so cool.
So he's able to the light summons and he pushes his focus into exacting it as healing energy.
That's so cool. Nice. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, Xanaphia, you are filled with the magical light, and it recovers you. You come back to life. And then you want to make you turn your attention back to the slime and make a swing at it. Is that the plan, Jimmy? You want to take that last swing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
So let's do the work.
Get it with its 5 armor class.
Right. Well, I mean, with the way I've been rolling dice this week.
Let's see. Hey, there you go. All right. So you deal it 10 more damage. Awesome. All right. Bernard, it is your turn.
Yeah. Gosh, surprised it's still up.
Yeah.
I guess things have a lot more HP in this. So my crossbow takes 1 action to reload. So I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will I'll shoot again.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I
Yeah,
get in the way of your shooting?
I'm not sure. I was
Oh.
trying to look that up in the time being, but I didn't find it.
So that's a great question. So cover and stuff is like many things more granular in this. There's a human-sized target between you and the thing you are shooting at.
A human-sized target.
That's right. It's so human-sized because it's human. So cover and screening. So when you're attempting a ranged attack, your target might be screened from you if another creature is between you. If you must attack or shoot through the space of a creature that is one size smaller than you or larger, the target is screened and gets a +1 circumstance bonus against your AC. So there you go. It's screened from you.
Okay. Feel like I still like my chances generally.
Yeah, and in this case, this is where there's a Roll20 tool to make this easier. You don't draw from the center of your box. You draw from the corner, so you can snap to corner, and then go to the center of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, like, yes, you're definitely screened because there's no more advantageous. But there are some situations where like a corner might not pass through somebody else's.
Okay.
So for screening.
Well, I tell you what I can do actually, because I do have 3 actions.
That's true.
Yeah, I will use 15 feet of movement to move up there. So it's no longer screened.
Nice. Okay.
And I'll make that attack. Oh, it's a good thing it doesn't have very much AC.
Yeah, you do hit it just barely. You hit it for 4.
Yeah.
All right, Xenafia, it is your turn. You have an
I
opportunity.
do the same thing I did
You have an
last
opportunity
turn,
to
which
redeem
is
yourself.
get back into my. I stand up. I assume takes some time.
Yeah. So let's see. No, I mean you could crawl if you want. That's an option.
No, I'm
standing
just
is
gonna stand up.
it's a single action.
Okay,
it
we're
takes
good
up
then.
one of your 3
I
actions.
take a single action to stand up.
But do you
then
do
I get
do like
back-
a cool?
Yeah, I do like
King
a
Kung
cool
Fu
jump up.
flip
Yeah,
thing?
jump up move exactly. Get back
Not
into my
dead yet.
back into my dragon stance, and then flurry this nerd again with the dragon tail kicks. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Doing that.
Hiya!
Okay, you hit it, and it dies. It bursts.
Yes.
You leap up to your feet, full of sunlight and fury.
Like, during the leap, I just plant a foot and it's like the middle of it, and just watch it melt. That's the plan. Just kick the middle of it right out.
Excellent. Cool. You have defeated a sewer ooze. Congratulations.
Just like wiping ooze off myself. I turn to Juma and be like, "Thanks."
I despise ooze.
That was disgusting, y'all. It's gonna take me 3 years to clean my crowd.
Is that like some kind of dwarven thing, or
like
oh, you're
flipping
talking about
my
your
crowd
instinct.
upside down and knocking ooze out of the center of it.
I still like to imagine a group of like 20 people who just like are hanging out. They're like,
Tulips fan
my
club.
crowd.
Yeah, Tulip's gang.
Tulip doesn't show up without at least 20 hype men. Like, sorry, you got to buy 40 horses for me and my posse. All of the sub members of my clique.
Well, I understand that it was but perhaps a little bit messy. I wouldn't say all ooze is bad. I mean, Bernie Jr. here is about 60% comprised of gelatin-based substances, so he has more in common with the average ooze than. Just don't say where you can hear. He's very, very sensitive.
So long as Bernie doesn't get me sticky, we won't have any problems.
That's a news. I thought that was like a plushie or some kind of stuffed animal you won at the fair.
No, he's a living creature. But Bernie, show them.
And so so we see, maybe for the first time, we see Bernie Jr., which is as we talked about before, what a like child's drawing equivalent of your character, just like a goblin head with arms and legs.
Yeah, and he does a dance because I've taught him to do a dance.
Excellent. Excellent. Next time there's a hoedown and Tulip is playing the jug, Bernie can dance. Do you need a token for him? Is he a combat actor?
He can be, but I'll leave it for now.
All right. Well, I'll give you. Can you move little Bernie Jr. there? Do you have control over that? I just made a copy of you.
I certainly do. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to just put in my token most of the time because I imagine I actually put him under my top hat.
Okay.
Like, because eventually the plan's going to be that he has a smaller version of himself under his top hat.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Matryoshka goblins. Okay. Well, I'll keep him. I'll keep him on the other page, and you let me know when you need that little guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
cool.
a bit complicated, but
Yeah.
he's fine for now.
Great. Okay. So so the slime in this cistern has been destroyed. The lid that you were standing by, it's lying open now, and there is a slime covered like hole beneath it. Everything in here is still dripping from the ceiling. The bones up by the stairs that are sort of scattered all over there are also present. I'll throw some bones on the floor for you. So what do you want to do? What's everybody gonna do?
Xenavia, you're still looking a little bit unwell. Would you
Yes,
perhaps like to try one of my elixirs?
very much no, but fine.
I've tested it on some creatures.
Never mind. I don't want it. Turn back to the hallway.
It's your loss, I suppose.
Does it really count as testing if you're feeding it to your little ooze buddies?
Hey, yes, like I said, he's 60% gelatin based, but the rest is a standard-ish composition for it.
Juma, that hatch you're standing on, the one the ooze came out of, does it go anywhere?
Yeah, you want to take a look down there, Juma?
I suppose so.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you peer down, and it's deep and shadowy. You'll need like Xenafia if you come over and hold the sunlight over
okay,
it
yeah.
to get a better look.
Just hold it over the hole. Look down myself as
Yeah.
well.
It looks like a garbage chute, basically. Down below, whatever its original purpose, there's now chewed up bones, bits of scrap cloth, and rotten wood. It looks like the goblins that have taken up residence here are using it as a garbage hole. It's their trash, and that probably attracted the slime to it in the first place.
Is there any good junk in there? Because
I mean, if it's the stuff that the goblins have discarded, chances are pretty good there's nothing of any value down there for you.
I suppose one of the racial feats is the same one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing then. I suppose we'll be headed down these hallways up here. Not that I'm afraid to go first, but I am also fairly injured. If somebody else would like to venture forth, I will follow closely behind you.
Yes, perhaps.
I'm not doing it. Mm-mm.
Perhaps I should take the lead.
Okay.
So I go ahead and move up in front to.
Yeah. Okay.
Try
Yeah.
and
So
cover.
you and Xenafia up front, with Xenafia holding the sunrod high enough.
Yeah,
that
I'm
you
like
can see
holding
this
it
one.
behind you, sort of thing.
Yeah, I also want to keep my shield raised if I have to call that out.
Yeah, I think it makes sense that if you say it, you don't have to like raise it. It sort of starts. You start your turn with it raised. Yeah, so just like walking with the shield up, sword in hand, and Xenafia, backing you up. The artificial light of the sun kind of pouring from the end of the rod. Okay, yeah, the cavern from here seems to be like roughly hewn, and in fact, this area looks like it was dug out from the other side, so dug out from here into the cistern. The cistern is definitely archaeologically part of the sewers that you just came from, but the cavern beyond looks like the wall was like recently or relatively recently breached.
Let's see. Is there trying to think of the best way to. Is there like a way to investigate to see if there is more information we can gather?
Yeah, what would you like to look at? Like, what are you
Like-
examining in particular?
Sort of like the nature of the wall. You said it had been breached. Is there a sense of like how it might have happened or why?
Yeah, I think you could take a look. Let's have you roll. Let's have you make just a perception roll. I
Okay.
think in this case, we'll see what you perceive.
I see my initiative says perception, but then what? Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Gotcha.
Nice. Got 14. Okay. Yeah. So the bones on the floor are like cracked and burnt, and there is signs of like explosive force on the wall. And to the point when you stand here and you look back towards the tunnel, there are chunks of wall all the way back at the entrance. It looks like the goblins used some kind of blasting device to create this hole. Yeah.
Okay.
This is incredibly shoddy work, if I must say so myself. You'd never find me making this much of a miscalculation. Like debris everywhere.
Not sure if it's. It doesn't seem like it was particularly skilled work, but should we be concerned that there are other potential detonations to worry about?
I mean, we're dealing
Well-
with goblins. Whatever they have is going to be volatile.
Yes, she has the right of it. Be careful. Sure, I can't interest anybody in a little pick-me-up.
It's just like drugs. Anybody? Goblin drugs?
You have presented it very poorly, so no.
It's an elixir of life. It's full good.
I think for now I typically rely on the protection of Siren Ray.
You want me to take a sip and see if it'll maybe settle well with you? I promise you, my stomach is like it's made out of stone.
Then that doesn't really help me, does it?
Well, I'll drink one and tell you if it's safe, and then you can drink the other one.
But
and
if
then-
your stomach is made out of stone, then how does that relate to me?
I don't think a stomach.
You can see my issue here.
Well, I was just trying to be nice. You don't gotta be so mean about it.
Elves.
Perhaps
I was just trying to help you.
It's all right.
You know what, little Gobbo? You go ahead and give me one. I'll try it. I feel bad for you. Seems like you put so much effort into it.
perhaps
I'll drink your fruit punch.
Perhaps it would serve us best to wait until a situation where we needed this elixir.
But y'all
Yeah,
snobs
it's
just
good.
said you're not going to drink it.
I
So if you're not going to drink it, why won't you let me drink it?
When the emergency situation arises
the
where
emergency-
I have to drink it, then I may drink it. But currently I'm standing, which doesn't seem like so much of an emergency.
All right, sweet cake. But 2 minutes ago, you weren't standing. You were kind of
That's-
covered in ooze.
So were you.
Worried about you.
Listen, we were all
We were
covered in
all
ooze
covered
just a few minutes
in
ago. Let's move on.
Speak for yourself.
You're right. You're in pristine condition. Your ascot and waistcoat are looking fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna still go ahead and take the lead.
Okay.
So I guess I'll move forward.
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. Go on ahead up into that tunnel.
I'm wondering, should I maybe hold? I mean, like, I guess I could put the shield down and all. Like,
No,
I'm just concerned.
keep your shield and sword on you, and I'll carry the glow stick.
Okay.
It's fine.
I just want to make sure that, like, so is the sight radius? Okay.
Yeah. So what's gonna have to happen
I
is
just don't want to block it.
you're gonna have to move up, and then Zenafia will move behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be one step behind you, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, as you begin your advance into the tunnels. Okay, so you start coming into these tunnels, and this section of tunnel is, yeah, it looks like it's carved rather than blasted. there are signs of motion, like movement through here. Drag marks on the floor, goblin footprints in the dust and the debris. The roof and parts of the walls have like scorch marks on them. And it gives you the idea that there's at some point in the past like a terrible fire that burned through this place. Right? There's like all these scorch marks on the walls, and this area looks to have been carved out both with traditional tools and then some of the sort of goblin digging approach. This particular tunnel, and the tunnel takes a sharp left turn just up ahead of you.
Okay. I think I want to stay outside of the curve. I don't want to hug the curve too tight so I can get as much visibility as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, so you continue to advance up this tunnel. It seems like unoccupied. There isn't anybody waiting here to jump out at you.
Okay.
Okay, so Zenafia continues to come behind you, and the group of you are slinking through the tunnel. Do you want to move? Do you want to try to move stealthily? I mean, you'll be reliant on the least stealthy person.
But it's probably me with
because of the armor and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd give it a shot. Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right. So it'll be a stealth roll, and let me see.
God, I can't roll like more than a 3 on a D20 today.
Yeah, just bad. That's real bad. Let me see how armor affects stealthiness.
Yeah, there'll be ACP from the shield and from the armor. I think it's a total of 2.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah, noisy. It increases your by 1 for each the 2 that you have. That's okay.
Well,
cool. Good. You got a 2. All right. It's a pretty good bet that whatever might be lurking in here can probably hear you. You're all terrible. Terrible. Do you want,
Wow.
Bronze, do you want to try
I'm
to
whistling. I'm whistling as I'm going through the cave. It's my first adventure.
Right. So everybody's just jangling and clacking off the walls and
in the back here, oh my darling,
really
oh
quiet.
my darling, oh my darling jelly bean. Like as we're going down.
Fantastic.
Well, they're clanking anyway. It's fine.
So it's totally fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, this tunnel continues in that direction. So if you wanna head up there, you'll see what there's a room beyond.
This is getting really tight.
It's getting dark. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zanafia, if you wanna step up and there you go. So you illuminate the next section.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go?
There you go.
Oh, okay. We were on the same. Okay. It's like-
You're all bumping into each other.
You were forward another square when I moved there. So.
Yep. Okay, so you can see here now that the corridor opens into a chamber. It appears from here to be I'm going to move you up to the entrance so you can get a kind of a better look around. It appears to be a north-south chamber. It runs up and down, and you're entering from the side. There are again like thick layers of soot crusting the ceiling above. And in the walls, so like here and here, down there, and then like further on, you can see one as you come in on the walls. There are burial niches in the walls, and the row of central pillars contain only fragments of burnt wood and charred bone. So you seem to have entered some kind of like burnt ossuary chamber.
No, everybody else has dark vision, so they can see things.
I believe that they can. I'm not sure if dark vision is ruined by light in this or not. I don't think it is anymore, but yeah. So you and unfortunately, because there's no way to give Zanafia 2 forms of vision, she emits light and has to see her own light. So yeah, everybody else has a better view of the place, but it's not much, right? You just open up into this bigger chamber.
Sure. I was just wondering if perhaps if we split up into two groups, and then that gives us a little bit of an ability to explore the either side, or
No.
is it
No,
typically
do not
recommended?
split up. Never do
Typically
that.
recommended that you keep the party
1,000%
together.
terrible idea.
Never split the party.
Yeah.
Like rule number 1, especially a Pathfinder, because you just fall over and die.
Yeah. Rule number 1: as soon as the game begins, take the burning wheel approach and split into 4 groups of 1, and never speak
Never
again.
meet.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, let's go ahead and keep pushing forward.
Yeah. Here, I think.
Looks like some kind of burial crypt. Places in the wall where things might have been.
What's that yellow dot?
I'm gonna try to create the sun rod.
The light
Yeah. So that
separate
I can give,
from my vision.
So that I can give Elf back her. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot more vision. Damn.
Right. You can see a lot
Whoa.
better without the thing in your face. And let me try to group those up. That's good.
I'm watching on stream and I could already see all that because I have like pure dark vision. So.
There you go.
I mean, I do now as well. It's just the sun rod.
So
Oh,
you're.
what the-
Oh God. Come back. There we go.
Oh, bye.
There you go. You're grouped up with the sun rod now. It might mess up your placing, but let me know.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see now.
Great.
So you enter into this chamber that runs north south.
No, we are looking for a particular item and potentially a goblin vampire to kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean Talga seemed pretty convinced, but
Oh my god, this
That
sun
was
rod though.
here, I'll ungroup and I'll just move it for you. Anyway.
I think when I move my token, I'm just creating like a larger and larger
Yeah, you're just getting further and further away from it.
group of the sun rod. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. Ungroup. There we go. All right. Anyway, I'll move it around for you. I'll just follow you around. It'll just be like a flying golden skull that cracks stupid jokes.
I love
Or
those.
a like floating blue fairy that always wants
Yeah.
to listen.
Hey.
I lean in behind Juma and I'm like, I don't want to alarm you, but I think we have some company
Yeah,
further down the way there.
I see some things.
Yeah. So when you come around the corner, if you look up there, you do indeed see some tiny green-skinned creature, and is he's hammering away at something. He's working on something, and I think because y'all botched your.
I mean, we botched the stealth
your
so
stealth
hard,
roll so
yeah.
much
Super
that
hard.
when the light comes in, he looks up and bares his shark teeth with a grin and takes a deep goblin breath and immediately begins screaming at the top of his lungs a goblin battle cry, and then it is echoed by a bunch more goblins who are up here. And let's roll initiative because they're coming at you.
I believe that goblins in Pathfinder like to sing. They're singers,
Yeah.
actually.
There you go.
Lore-wise, they do like little chants and rhymes and stuff.
So since no one is hiding, this is a regular type of a roll. So we're going with perception for your initiative here, and I'll find their stat block.
I imagine there's no way for us to talk our way out of this.
No, there is not.
These are savages.
Savage.
They're the bad kind of goblin, not like your friend. Okay, goblins. Here they are, goblin warrior. Okay.
Or wait, perception was I was supposed to roll. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's perception. Cool. Well, it's part of your initiative, so that first roll is correct.
So they're both the same. Oh, okay, fine.
Yep. Okay.
Can I prefer the second one?
Yeah, let's add your roll there. Okay, so we got an 8. The Goblin Warriors got 10. Tulip and Bernard. Good. All right, we got everybody. All right, so this time though, Bernard and Tulip, you are more ready for these gobos. as they begin shrieking and rushing towards you in a goblin fury.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna shoot one with a crossbow.
Okay. Well, so actually, this is good timing. So before you do, we see Bernard. You see them. They like draw weapons and start rushing towards you. You raise your crossbow, close one eye, peer through your monocle, and get ready to fire at these goblins. So let's take a short break here, and when we get back, goblin battle. Don't go anywhere.